Today, as you can see by the title, it is Dante the One back here again with part 2 of What If Naruto Knew His Heritage. We'll be getting into a more detailed part in this one, so give me any feedback. As the feedback that you guys gave me last time was about the gameplay sound, but you'll see how that changes. Tell me as well if you like this gameplay better than the other, because this is going to be more consistent of Naruto content gameplay. But let me stop rambling and do what you guys are clicking onto the video for. Anyways, let's begin.
And now, I too have the power of a god. I got loyalty inside my DNA. Kenny! I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got memories, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. Shinra Tensei. I was born with this as well. Immaculate conception that your family was performed like this without you a new weapon.
So where we last left off, we talked about how Naruto had a full-blown conversation while Kakashi was in the room with the third Hokage. And the third Hokage, after coming back from the wave mission, had told him about his parents. If you want a more detailed explanation, you can go back to part 1 and give yourself your own recap. As Naruto trained very hard after Kakashi, asking and begging Kakashi for training, but Kakashi wanted to train Sasuke, but he told Naruto this, something that Naruto never knew in the original at this point in time, and that was the Shuriken Shadow Clone. Let me catch myself. The Shadow Clone secret about the memories of the Shadow Clones that come back after they poof, and pretty much gave him the training plan to get himself more physically better, combat-wise, and he's going to be able to learn more things by knowing the secret of the Shadow Clones, which he used that to his advantage, having Shadow Clones train day in and day out, and having Shadow Clones go to the library for the first time ever Naruto's ever been in there, and he was able to learn the Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu, adding it to his arsenal. As well as, I didn't mention, but I'll be mentioning it now, he asked the third Hokage for help, because he remembered the third Hokage had told him, if you want any help or any techniques or know any stories about your parents, you want to know more, just come see him. And Naruto had come seen him to see stories and hear about how his parents were as kids, but also he had asked Hiruzen for a certain technique that his father or mother would have, but Naruto, I'm gonna keep that under wraps, because you'll see as the story plays out. So, we skip to the end of the month, as Team 7 will be a little bit stronger here, just because Naruto being more, his taijutsu being more better than it was, him being more faster, as well as Sakura actually knows some genjutsu. We'll give her the Cherry Blossom genjutsu, and a little bit better taijutsu, because she went to go train with Kurenai in this timeline. But I see pretty much as they were able to see past the genjutsu coming into the tuning exams. But the still altercation of Rock Lee stopping Sasuke and Neji from about to get into a conversion and things of that nature would lead to Sasuke and Rock Lee fighting. As Naruto, still being idiotic in this timeline, would say, "Don't worry, Sasuke, I'll take care of him." As Sasuke says, "Give it your best shot." As Naruto would rush and dash towards Rock Lee. Rock Lee just not phased, being in his same taijutsu position with his hand up. As that's when Naruto blitzes towards him more faster than he was in this original timeline, but not fast as Rock Lee. Maybe equal to about Sasuke's base speed in this timeline, without Sasuke's Sharingan. So that's when he rushes, he swings his fist that Rock Lee blocks to sweep his feet, but Naruto, being a little bit more faster, he flips over this to kick Rock Lee, but then Rock Lee grabbing his kick, slamming Naruto to the ground, and then kicking him aside, making Naruto hit his head and kind of ringing his head for a little bit. And while this happened, Sasuke would jump in using his Sharingan, his not dual Tutsumos, his Tutsumo in one eye and one Tomoe in the other, that he tried to use against Rock Lee, of course. But fighting against Rock Lee, it was inevitable. As Sasuke still lost because he didn't really use ninjutsu during this time, only his Sharingan that he thought that he would be easily wiping the floor with Rock Lee, but it surely was the other way around. After this, Sakura would have told him to go. Rock Lee trying to blow some kisses to Sakura, but we know Sakura was dodging them. Anyways, as the rest would go alike in canon, but there would just be a little bit different conversions where I can see when Kiba from Team 8 was basically mocking Naruto on how he's the dead last and all that. Naruto would have said, be more confident in himself about how he's going to prove all of them wrong, how he's not the dead last anymore. But we can skip to more of the main event, the Force of Death. Because the first exam, I don't see anything really changing. Naruto has a little bit more book knowledge from going to the library, but not enough for him to get a few questions in time. But as we would see Anko handing out the Heaven and Earth scrolls. And while she was handing out the Heaven and Earth scroll, Team 7 had got a Heaven scroll. As that's when you would see each team on Pacific Gates as Naruto says, come on guys, finally. As that's when Sakura says, why are you so excited? As Naruto says, because I finally get to test my strength. Sasuke just shakes his head saying, don't get too ahead of yourself, dope. And that's when Anko would have smiled saying, as she looked her lips saying, let's the second exam of the Chunin exams, the Force of Death, begin. As all the gates open, you see every team, the Sand team, Rock Lee, Neji, and Tenten, Kiba's team, Shikamaru's team, Rain Ninjas, the Mist Ninjas, and things of that nature, all rushing in and things of that nature. As that's where Naruto and those teams would be going from tree to tree. As when this happened, you would then see Naruto as he's jumping ahead of the team. Sasuke would say, don't wear yourself out already. We haven't even fought nobody. As Naruto says, I want to find somebody already and just fight them so we can hurry up and get to the tower. Sasuke says, I didn't know you were this dumb, Naruto, but wasting all of your energy in the beginning of the exam is not going to help us. This is a 5-day exam after all. Sakura says, yeah, Naruto, listen to Sasuke. As punching him as Naruto lost his focus, almost slipping and falling down, but Sasuke caught him. As that's when they would keep going. But eventually they kept going. And when they kept going, Naruto says, I gotta go to the bathroom. As that's when Sasuke and Sakura kind of face palmed as Naruto would say, what, I really gotta go. Sakura says, why don't you do that after? As Naruto would then start to unbuckle his pants. As that's when pretty much Sakura would say, not in front of me, you don't, punching him. As Naruto says, as she pointed into a direction that Naruto was going, far away from the group, to go write his name. As that's where basically Sasuke and Sakura were just waiting there patiently. Sakura thinking that she was going to have this time alone with Sasuke, but Sasuke didn't say a word to her. And that's when Naruto was back. But he was back from a little bit off from the direction that he came from. And Sasuke noticed something about him. There was his ninja pouch was on the wrong side. As Naruto says, hey, I wrote my own name. You guys all ready? Let's go. As that's when Sakura says, all right. As that's when Sasuke jumped at him, punching him left, right, and then kicking him in the chest, making him slide against a tree. As that's when pretty much a person would say, what's the matter with you, Sasuke? As that's when basically Sasuke says, don't play dumb. Your transformation jutsu is even worse than Naruto's. As that's when pretty much he would say, you already caught on? Releasing to be Rain Ninja. as that's when that Rain Ninja would try to fight Sasuke, as he blitzed towards him, pulling out a kunai, swinging at Sasuke, but Sasuke blocked, kicking him up into the air, as the Rain Ninja would then throw out Senbon. Sasuke getting some in his arm as he yelled out in pain. The Rain Ninja pulled out a kunai to swing towards Sasuke, but Sasuke would then use a technique that he would have learned from Kakashi, body flickering to the side, dodging the slash, and kicking the Rain Ninja right in the side of his ribs, breaking one as he slammed Rain Ninja to the ground. He goes to finish him off, but then the Rain Ninja substitute into a lock, as Sasuke then looks around saying, "Damn it, he's gone." As that's when Sakura would have then says, "Wait, but where's Naruto?" Meanwhile, Naruto would have then just got bitten by a giant snake. And when this happened, Sasuke says, I don't know. As basically, they went towards the direction where Naruto originally went. But when they did, all they heard was wind style, sonic great breakthrough, as this giant wind gust blasted them both, knocking them all the way up to the top of the forest of death trees onto a tree trunk. As they got up all cut up from the wind style jutsu, looking up to see somebody. That's where the grass ninja that we know is Orochimaru, would then begin to fight Sasuke. Sasuke being just a tad bit stronger, as he knows the body flicker jutsu in this timeline, but all in all, he still has the same pretty much arsenal, just the added body flicker. And being able to fight against Orochimaru, that's where it would not go his way due to Orochimaru eventually stop playing with Sasuke. And Sakura trying to back up Sasuke, but once Orochimaru used his bloodlust, Sasuke and Sakura were so frozen. But Sasuke had to hit himself with his own kunai to overcome the fear, taking Sakura jumping from tree to tree away. But Orochimaru says, "Where do you think you're going, pray?" And that's when he would summon a giant snake, as that's where Sasuke and Sakura, thinking that they were safe, pretty much Orochimaru came at them from one side, as that's when Sasuke says, "Damn it," as he then jumps to another tree, but that's when a giant snake was right there, cornering them, as that's when Sakura says, What do we do, Sasuke?" As Sasuke, frozen up, says, as he puts up his scroll saying, Here, take it. As that's when Orochimaru's snake stops right at their face, backing up on his command. And that's when Sasuke tosses over the scroll, the heaven scroll, as Orochimaru catches it, saying, "Wise boy." As that's when, right about when Orochimaru, why did I call Orochimaru? Orochimaru was about to do what he did in canon. Somebody appeared, rocking him right in his mouth, making his tongue flail out as he knocked off the force of death tree. But then he caught himself slithering on another one, as his whole right side of the cheek was bruised from that punch. And that's when Naruto says, "Naruto Uzumaki is here. Believe it." As that's when Sasuke says, "No, you idiot, you don't understand. This dude's out of our league." As Naruto looks at Sasuke, seeing him all scuffed up, cut up, as well as Sakura the same, as he says, "Damn it, this guy got Sasuke shaking." As this guy says, "Another rat out of the woods," Orochimaru would say. As that's when basically you would then see where a similar scene would happen where Naruto and Sasuke would argue, as that's when Naruto got a flashback to when Sasuke called him a scaredy cat all that time ago, during the wave mission in the beginning, when Sasuke defeated the Demon Brothers with ease, while Naruto just stood there when he got poisoned. As that's when basically the snake rushed towards Sasuke and Sakura again, as Naruto then, wanting to protect his comrades, got a fierce of anger as he appeared, punching it not once, but not twice, not 3 times, but multiple times, going mayhem. As you see multiple bruises and marks, and even Naruto's blood from his fist appear on the snake as it blasts his back. As that's when Naruto says, "What's the matter?" looking at Sasuke. "You scaredy cat." Shaking Sasuke, as that's when Sasuke got out of his stupor. That stupor that he had in the original timeline to just run to survive so that he could eventually fight Itachi. As that's when he says, "You're right, Naruto. Let's fight together." As that's when they would both blitz at Orochimaru. As Orochimaru smirked. This is going to be fun. As that's when both fists bumped, blitzing towards Orochimaru. As Orochimaru licked his lips, saying, "Now this is going to be exciting." As that's when he dashed towards them, as Sasuke jumps into the air, throwing many shurikens and kunais. As when he did that, he unsealed the Demon Wind shuriken that he used against Zabuza, looking at Naruto, and all that one look was all they needed. Sasuke threw it, having ninja wire attached to this Demon Wind shuriken. As with the mini shuriken that were already coming towards Orochimaru would then dodge left and right, but when the Demon Wind shuriken came, he caught it. But then the ninja wire wrapped around his wrist, kind of cutting his wrist and pulling him down forward, making Naruto right there, punching him straight across his face, left, right, and then he kneed Orochimaru, making Orochimaru go up into the air. When then another Demon Wind shuriken came, hitting him right in the chest as Orochimaru yelled out in pain as he was falling down. That's when he would then say, Sasuke did, running through hand signs, with the last hand sign being the tiger seal, saying fire style. Katon, great fireball jutsu, shooting out a massive fireball that pushed towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru would then turn into the mud substitution, coming behind Sasuke, punching him right in the back as he stumbled forward, turning around to get punched left, right, and then got his head grabbed up, slammed into the dirt. Well, not the dirt, but the tree, as you see his head go into the tree trunk of the Force of Death. But that's when Orochimaru looked up. Naruto kicked him with enhanced speed of the Kyuubi, sending him flying back. As that's when Naruto starts to throw shuriken and kunais of his own. As Orochimaru says, "Shuriken are nothing to me," as he pulled out a kunais to block them. But Naruto ran through hand signs. Orochimaru, recognizing these hand signs, getting a flashback to Hiruzen using this jutsu multiple times, as Naruto says, "Shuriken, Shadow Clone, Jutsu." As that's when the shuriken multiplying to about 50 shuriken, as that's when the all's coming at Orochimaru. Orochimaru says, "Damn it," as that's when he would say, "Now, Sasuke." Sasuke had his ninja wire attached to each and every one, binding Orochimaru to the tree that was behind him. As that's when he says, "Let's go, Sasuke." As that's when Sasuke would run through hand signs, saying, "I can take it from here." Fire style. Dragon Flame Jutsu, shooting out his massive dragon flame that ignited Orochimaru. And pretty much you would see the skin burn off Orochimaru. You thought that he was completely done because he couldn't move, he couldn't do nothing. Naruto's Shuriken Shotgun Jutsu came really in handy to distract Orochimaru. As that's when you would then see Orochimaru coming up out the mist like he shedded his skin, pulling off his face as you see the real one. As Sakura says, "Wait, he's Orochimaru." As that's when basically, as he did this, Naruto and Sasuke were a little bit in fear, but Naruto says, "Damn it, Sasuke, we gotta beat this guy." As Sasuke says, "You're right." As Sakura, seeing this, thought this was the perfect chance, trying to save Sasuke and Naruto, she would run through hand signs saying, "Cherry Blossom Genjutsu." As she did this, when Orochimaru blitzed forward, you'd see blossoms all appear around him. As Sakura would have screamed out to Naruto and Sasuke, saying, "I put him in a Genjutsu now." But Orochimaru, seeing this, would instantly know it's a Genjutsu. He's a high-level shinobi, way higher than Naruto, Sasuke, or Sakura. So he releases this quickly. But this mere second was all they needed, as that's when Sasuke would have pulled out kunai to swing at Orochimaru. Orochimaru dodged this for Sasuke to then say now, as he jumps into the air throwing this at Orochimaru. Orochimaru moved to the side for Naruto to sweep his feet, making Orochimaru about to fall. As that's when Sasuke used ninja wire to swing off the tree, saying, "Where do you think you're going?" As he bicycle kicked Orochimaru, and that's when he locked legs with Orochimaru, copying the Lion's Barrage that pretty much he would name after copying kind of Rock Lee's Lotus move, slamming Orochimaru's head into the ground. Naruto come down there saying, "You did it, Sasuke." As that's when snakes would blast out, wrapping around them. As that's when basically Sasuke would cut his, but Naruto wasn't as fast as one bit into him as he says, "Ah!" as he goes down to one knee, and then pretty much using a kunai to take down the snake. But right when he lifted up, Orochimaru had his tongue wrapped around Naruto as he says, "Dang it, I can't move," as he yanks Orochimaru's tongue, as Orochimaru yells out in pain, but then he puts chakra into his palms, and after Orochimaru thinks, if this boy learns how to control his power, he can be a real nail in my plans. So let me stop this now. 5-prong seal, slamming this into Naruto's chest. And after this, Orochimaru proceeds to body Sasuke now. And pretty much Sakura can't do anything about it, just watching her loved one get destroyed. And that's when Sasuke gets branded with the curse mark. Where then Orochimaru would have said to Sakura that he'll come seek me out eventually. Just know I gave him a parting gift. And Sakura says, "Where do you think you're going?" As Orochimaru just disappeared and sneaks. As Sakura would have went down grabbing Sasuke and Naruto, now the rest would go similar to the canon timeline. But that is where I'll leave you guys off. So, hope you guys like my more detailed version, because part 1, we just had to get into logistics on how this little bit change in Naruto is going to be able to affect the story, as it's not causing that much of an effect yet, but you'll see in due time, But this is also my part 2 thumbnail to what if Naruto took the Rinnegan. So, if you haven't watched that series, you can, free to click on my channel and watch part 1. Part 2 should be out soon after this video. But other than that, I hope you like my intro, and I'll welcome you to my outro. Dante the One, signing out.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school, winter one hell of a kid, I am. Smoking gas, jugging mid, I'm lit. What you doing, I done did, I swear. Slick talker since a jit, finesse. I know that this what they want, facts. Run up some money on